Hello and welcome to day 12 of the 12 days of sunshine. And I'm excited again today to figure out how to bring sunshine into the lives. And here she is. And the beauty of opening up to the wisdom of our animals is that after yesterday, when she and I did our live from her stall, today, when I got back from some shopping, she was already standing by the gate right around 10 to 12. And she's never done that before, ready to do her live. And so we've set ourselves up outside and I was able to bring her out, and it's a beautiful day today. The sun is nice and warm, and the sky is so blue that this is the perfect way to complete our 12 days. And I want to thank you for taking the time to listen, to share, to comment. It means so much to know that her poetry is getting out there. If anyone's new to today, thank you for being here. And Sunshine and I have been in each other's lives for about 11 years. Now she's grazing. Um, and in the first year or so, we were getting to know each other. She came in as a companion to my horse Echo. And then as we got settled and she got comfortable, she began to open up her communication, and her communication skills were very different to Echo's in how she presents them. She's rubbing up against me. How she presents them, what message she's bringing, and experiencing her beautiful feminine heart love that she brings through channeling poetry. And it was really for me to, I know, it was really for me to learn how to be still enough to hear her, be guided by her, and to be able to write out these poems as she was channeling them, to the point where there were so many that I published 2 books. So this 12 Days of Sunshine is all about sharing intuitively the poetry from each of her 2 books. And so what I had learned from some friends was that they were flicking through the books as if they were oracle cards, and a poem would come up for the day. And every time they did that, the poem was inspirational. It was exactly the message that they needed. And it's very exciting to me that a poetry book can shift itself into an oracle deck and really share the wisdom of the words that she's bringing in this unconditional, loving form of messages. So each day we have been sharing a story about Sunshine's life with me, and my life with her. And so if you scroll back to previous days, you'll get to hear some of those stories that we've been sharing about how we've built our relationship together, how we've learned to listen to each other, the adventures that we have been on. Sunshine has traveled, oh my gosh, at least 15,000 miles around the country over the last 4 years, as I endeavor to be the adventurer and the gypsy, and very often me on these trips. And so I've been sharing some of those adventures on the previous days of Sunshine, and then also sharing poetry. So we do a short meditation, and then I pick a poem intuitively from one of the 2 books based on the energy that's around and that I'm picking up on. And then I read the poem to you. So you get to hear the poem. And today and yesterday, you actually get to hear the poem with the author right here to share her loveliness with us also. So today, the story really is about how we can better listen to and communicate with our animals. I truly believe we all have that gift. If you watch children in nature and with animals, you will see that there's no boundary, there's no limit, that they are absolutely communicating with all beings, whether we can see them or not. And then somewhere along the line, it kind of gets lost or shut down. Life gets in the way. And then very often it comes back to us somewhere in our 30s, 40s, 50s, sometimes 70s and 80s. Um, but it comes back. And I truly believe that as we can become more present, thank you, and drop into our heart center and truly listen, yes, listen to everything that's being shared right on cue. I love it. Um, then we can get a sense of what our animals are wanting to share with us. And it's not always like, I hate this and I hate that, and I don't like you and I don't like my home. In fact, very rarely is it ever that. But that's the or fear that people have, is that their animals won't like them. And if we look at it differently and we look at it that they're in our lives to help us, to guide us, to show us what unconditional love actually means, to allow them their personalities, to notice how they best communicate with us and how best we connect with them. So, for me, when I'm communicating, when I first started doing this really consciously, I believe I've always done it. For me, it's a knowing, a feeling, a sense of what I'm receiving. And then what happens from time is I've learned how to take that information and put words to it or put visions to it, and deepen the ability to do the communication so that I can give people more in depth information on the answers that they're seeking or the information that they're looking for. So, excuse me. Um, so, when we sit quietly and we put music on and we just be present, we can ask a question. And maybe the question is, what do you have to share with me? Or how do you see me? Or what do I need to learn from you? Or why did you come into my life? Um, and and disconnect from the more kind of physical, mundane, we're hierarchy higher than animals and plants. And I invite you to put them on a even playing field, or invite them to actually be what they are, which is a higher vibration to us, and all the lessons they can bring us. Yes. Oh my God. I can't tell you how much I adore this little thing. Um, so the invitation is to take 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever you choose. Sit quietly, whether you're outside with your horse or your llama or your alpaca or your cows, or inside or outside with cats, dogs, fish, birds, rabbits. Rabbits are extremely chatty and very wise, um, as are miniature horses, yes, who are not really miniature, apparently, as I'm learning. Um, and just breathe and be present and pet them, and you'll feel a shift in the energy and the connection. And you may find it also that they get super quiet when you're plugged in to that energy. And then ask your question, and then allow, drop into your heart. First word, first vision, first thought, first feeling, first sense is communication. It's our mind that then takes that first thing and creates it into a story. So I invite you to take that first thing and then drop deeper into your heart and imagine that the answer is nothing that you would expect. And then you'll get this amazing response, even if it's that you feel this connection right here between Sunshine and I is her choice. She is choosing to stand here and be part of this. And when you're in that energy field where you're grounded and present, the animals are already there. So you're joining them. And it's a beautiful experience. When I do remote work, I invite people to actually sit with the animal while I'm channeling and writing the session down for them. And every single person has commented on how the animal shifts and changes and releases and gets super quiet, goes to sleep during the hour that I'm connecting with them. And then they always say to me, I know exactly when the session was over because my animal got up, yawned, stretched, moved around. It's fascinating, the concept of remote energy and the connection that we all have with one another, where we don't have to be in physical presence with each other. So that's my parting words, I guess, for at least for the 12 days of sunshine. That's the nugget that I would invite you all to give it a try and see what happens. And we're going to pick a poem for today to complete this time together. And I invite you to watch the videos over and over. All of these poems are super kid friendly. They're actually helping kids to wind down at bedtime. Um, and there's so many uses for these books. So um, let's see what book chooses to be with us today. So take a breath, take a moment. I think Sunshine's going to pick the book today. Which book would you like to pick? This one? Okay. Sunshine's picking Savour the Taste. This is the second book. So the yawning is all acceptance, is connection, is yes, this is correct, this is right, this is what I want. So this is the second book that she wrote during the pandemic, and she calls it Earth's Reawakening. So the poetry in here is really deeply profound, and comes from an ancient but heartfelt place of sharing messages for all of us as humanity shifts into a different being and a different way of showing up than we have known for a long, long time. So based on that, I'm going to flick through the book as I have been every day, just like you might pick an oracle deck card, and I'm going to see what comes up, what poem she wants to share from this book. Speak. Okay. So I invite you to sit, to lay down, to listen with your heart, open your ears, and drop into that place of feeling and sense as I share this poem with you. Speak. Speak, dear one, let your voice be heard. Your truth is important, and the message is good. Your words are the wisdom of ancestors and guides. The clarity of your vision is to be spoken far and wide. Thank you. Share this poem to as many as you can, for each of us have words that the ancients have learned. Imagine a place where all of us spoke our honesty and heartfelt truth, when force and hatred, judgment and separation can be replaced with kindness and caring. Each has a voice and can be shared openly. Now harmony resides and balance is determined by each of our species being clear on their intent, and all of our learning will be time well spent. So rather than anger at someone's view and avoiding the fires that are not your truths, let each being on this planet express in full all of their deep felt ancestral roots. Oh my goodness, my heart is certainly full from that poem. And what a way to complete this time together and to remind us of who we are uniquely, individually, and how we can show up in the world and create something that we want to see in our reality. And that then will transpire out. So I want to thank you all again so very much for taking the time to be here with Sunshine and I. Check out our website for any online events and upcoming events. It changes quite a bit, so keep an eye out on it. And I would love to remind you to um, comment, tag, share, join our YouTube channel, and you'll be entered into a drawing to choose which one of Sunshine's 2 books you would like to receive, and we will send it to you for free as a thank you for listening and for sharing and just being here for yourself too. So many blessings. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful holiday season. On Sunday at noon, we will be putting all of the names into a bowl and drawing out the winner who can choose one of the 2 books. So join us Sunday at noon for more excitement. And thank you for celebrating this amazing miniature horse with me. and getting her work out there to ripple out and create change. Much love. Thank you so very, very much. Bye.